Hello gamers, it's SoftKitty99 and today we're in Bastion to pick up in part 2 of chapter 8, the Shadowlands Market 1 campaign, entitled A New Path. So we went into Torghast in the first episode, part 1, and we have grabbed the Paladin's soul, so we've reclaimed the remnant of justice from the ossuary of the banished inside Torghast, and we need to bring it back to Uther to try and reintegrate his soul and help him to find some peace. So we want to fly out to the temple. That's just above us, I believe. And then let's see what the plan is.
It is wise to practice the art of flying before joining the ranks of the Ascended.
World quest that's going to keep
Let us
popping up.
Without a paragon of loyalty, we cannot forge a new sigil.
Many forsworn yet occupy the temple. How are we to proceed?
Through compromise and understanding. I may be of aid in that regard.
So we found the team and we have a few problems. So we need a new paragon, we need to free the temple for the new paragon, and we need to get Uther's soul back in one piece, and then we need to help persuade the Forsworn to rejoin us or to clear them out of the area. So we've got lots of jobs to do today then, haven't we? So greetings, Moorwalker, your arrival is fortuitous. I believe this soul fragment may be the key to Uther's recovery. I do hope that you're right about this, because it would be a really good thing to have him back on our side, because he's been a really good guy. Quest for us. Wounded memories. The arrival of Uther's wounded soul was the impetus for many events that led us to our current struggles. Devos's broken trust, her involvement with Helya, the rise of the Forsworn. Bastion needs to change, but we struggle to find a solution. Perhaps this soul fragment will provide valuable insight. Help Uther to forge a connection to the remnant of justice. So the Hallmark addresses is suggesting that Uther was one of the pivotal points that helped all of this to kind of fall into place.
If my soul can be mended,
maybe he will have some ideas.
And so too can the rift with the Forsworn.
So yes, a lot of this is all about reintegrating the Forsworn, showing the Forsworn show that there were problems in Bastion, and now we're trying to reintegrate both sides and find solutions.
Be warned, Uther. We have never attempted anything of this nature before.
I will endure whatever I must to be whole again.
I think you might be suggesting it doesn't work at all, or you might be in a lot of trouble here. Ooh, that was very black. That doesn't look good.
I cannot.
The shard! It is too much! He is being overwhelmed!
We must help him. Friends, aid me!
So we've got the team back together again, look. So Polygos and us.
Hold strong. Allow your memories to flow through you.
Reclaim what was yours. Oops, I don't think that's going very well. What memory have we brought back with us? Oh, that's the Paladin. That's the him that was. The vision of the him that was. And he's on the floor. And there's all these black things going into him. That does not look good, does it? That looks actually very, very bad. Right, who do we need to talk to? Thenios. I don't think that quite went the right way, did it? Though Uther's soul is suffering, we must not lose hope. So he's still hopeful. Step into the light. It is as I feared. This fragment of Uther's soul was darkened by the morn blade that slew him. His memories are shattered and twisted. For Uther to move past his pain, to move past his grief, He must experience his past once again. But he does not have to do this alone. Using my soul mirror, we can aid Uther in walking through these memories. He can then come to terms with the emotions they contain. We must help him see past the distortions and understand the truths they hold. Quest objective: use the soul mirror to aid Uther in reliving his past. So we're going to go back into the memories and help him sort out what is real and what's been twisted by the Moonblade when he got slow, which is why it's all black, isn't it? So there's quite a small temple, as you can see. There's, what are these markers? Do you know what? Some of the markings here are to do with that world quest, aren't they? Yeah, so let's go and click on the soul mirror and see which memories we're going to relive with Uther. Oh, Stratho? So is this a true memory?
Alonsus Chapel in Strathholm. The day I became the first of the Paladins.
Oh, that should be a really good memory, shouldn't it?
Take your spot so that we may begin.
Take our spot. And we need to kneel on our little spot.
In the light we gather. In its grace, our brother will be born anew. Uther, do you vow to uphold the tenets of the holy light?
I do.
Of course he does, he's a good guy.
What are these tenets?
The three virtues. Respect, tenacity, and then...
He's struggling to remember.
compassion.
Yes.
Seeing beyond our differences. Understanding our similarities. Feeling for those who suffer. Even if... Oh, Arthas.
Oh yeah, it's really told him to buy Arthas, isn't
What
it?
is that? In the corner?
Ah, you thought of Arthas, look, and then something appears. Right, so we've got the... Oh yeah, Turalian. So it is the original group, isn't it? Alonso's Fowl went really bad. Everybody else has had really interesting storylines. What is that? It's about... Oh, suspicious grain. Oh, so that... You thought of Arthas and then the grain appeared because we're in Stratho.
This entire city must be purged.
And that's when he knew that Arthas had lost it.
How can you even consider that?
And that's why he said
His
pain
memories
about
are
Arthas, because
twisting
it was his
together.
follower.
We must help him.
Yes, they're mixing together. The two are different timelines. But he just because he thought of him at the time, isn't it? Well, he's got to face it on his own, but we are allowed to point out that they're not the same, surely, because we were told to help him through it. So we have abilities, so we are going to have to fight.
Damn it, Uther. As your future king, I order you to purge this city.
Not happening, mate. He's a good guy. Remember, you did train as a paladin. You should know that.
Yet, boy. Nor would I obey that command even if you were.
Yeah, see, you're not my king anyway.
Then
but
I
even
must
if you were, I
consider
wouldn't do
this
it.
an act of treason.
Well, you knew exactly what he stands for, so I don't know why Arthas would have ever expected him to do what he was asking
Have
anyway.
you lost your mind, Arthas?
Yes, he has lost his mind, exactly. Try and save him first. Stop. Don't listen to what he's saying. You're supposed to save him. Burn the grain so nobody else gets poisoned. Look at that idiot there. He stood in the fire trying to eat the burning grain. That is ridiculous. The graphics kind of the old sort of RTS, sort of towards the old RTS style, but they're still better than the old RTS games. Graphics were, aren't they? But it's kind of that style, isn't it? I kind of like that idea. It's kind of going back a little bit to the roots of World of Warcraft, but not as far back as some of the old games were, but very reminiscent of some of the older games. That's a nice touch because it's going back in time to his storyline, isn't it? So I like that. A nice sort of blending of the ideas of the historic game with the historic memories for the character. I like that. Very nice. But, and then there's a girl there stood in the fire trying to eat the grain and I've just burnt it. Crazy people. Arthas. We can't fight him. Hey, pretty horsey. Right, how we doing? Either with bird. We just need a bit more grain, don't we? We've got all the guys that we need already. We just need some more grain. I think there's some just in front of us. There's some there. By those guys there. Look, some bags and some crates are in there. And then there's one up near the gate now. Look, I can see once we can fight these few people. And then we move over there and grab them. Nice little touch having to relive part of his past.
These memories, they are not one and the same.
No, they're not.
Do you vow to walk in the light and spread its wisdom?
Now we go back to the original one again.
Your grief and regret haunt you still, as does Arthas.
Do you vow to vanquish evil
Yeah,
and
what did
protect
happen
the
to
weak
Arthas? He's
and
one of the
innocent?
people we haven't seen yet.
I do.
Arise, Uther, as a paladin of Lordaeron,
Ah, this is kind of being
first of the Order
re-blessed
of
as
the
a paladin
Silver
again
Hand.
here. He's remembering all of his values and why he did things. That's going to make him regret even more what he did with Arthas, isn't it?
It is wise to practice the art of flying before joining the ranks of the
And
Ascended.
there goes the world quest again. I probably should have cleared that out before doing this quest chain, because they're going to keep popping up every time we come back, isn't it? So did it work, Adrestes? Have we got what we needed? His memories are twisted and convoluted. I'm sorry, Uther, but we must continue. So yeah, we're making progress, but it's not there yet. He was my student. Uther's memories of this Prince Arthas haunt him deeply. Oh yeah, it does. He is the reason Uther's soul was fragmented, why Devos felt the way she did. The pain in these memories is palpable. We have to dig deeper. Uther must face the source of this darkness. Once again, you need to enter his past to protect his future. Quest objective, aid Uther in retrieving his second memory. Ooh, I wonder how many memories they're going to send us through. We're going to go back after Arthas this time.
Do not despair.
Which memory of Arthas?
Arthas, what have I done? Feeling nervous, Arthas? This is the day Arthas became a paladin. I remember it well.
Oh, when the student became a paladin.
Honestly, yes. I see your devotion to the light and feel doubt cloud my heart.
Oh, he doubted even before he joined.
You taught me so much, Uther. But I sometimes wonder if I'm truly meant to walk this path.
Oh, how did he get inducted if he
Great
had all those doubts?
expectations await you, lad. I have faith that you will exceed them all.
Oh dear.
But for now, let's spar. That should clear your mind.
It always does.
We're going to spar. Okay, we can spar. So he was doubting before he became a paladin, yet he still joined them.
Listen to him. Why didn't I listen?
Instead of fighting, we should have talked,
You
maybe.
sought to comfort a troubled student. None can fault you for such an act.
Yeah, there you go.
Tell him that to all of the innocents he slaughtered. I set him on that path.
No, you didn't
You
set him on
guided
that
him on the
path.
path of justice. He is the one who strayed from it.
That's right, Clea, you tell him.
May the light forgive me.
No, I think they're right. I don't think you did anything wrong. You did the best you could. Or they call the ghosts were. Or the people he killed. Yes, hindsight makes you see things in a very different way, doesn't it? And people who are not involved see it in a
It
completely
is
different way
wise
as
to
well.
practice the art of flying
Oh,
before
there goes
joining
that quest
the ranks
again, yeah, I
I
should have cleared
serve
that
not
out.
only Bastion, but
The sting
all
of
the
betrayal
Shadowlands.
haunts Uther deeply, but he can persevere. he must. Yeah, he needs to forgive himself, I think, more than anything else. I think that's where his main problem is.
Archon's wisdom prevails.
Everybody else sees that he didn't particularly do anything wrong, but he doesn't see
answers.
that. I intend to live forever. Please, T, I am not finished. There is one more memory that I must see. One more that must be faced. It will not be easy. I will need support from all of you, but it must be done. Quest objective, aid Uther in reliving his final memory. It's going to have to be something to do with Arthas again, isn't it? It really is, because that's where his main problem seems to be.
The Forsworn must be
Does it still
stopped.
hurt?
It does. Perhaps it always will.
Yes, nobody can be right 100% of the time, but we must do the best we can with the information we have at the time, and everybody else forgives him, but he doesn't forgive himself. Right, so which memory does he feel he really needs to face? Oh, Andahol? Battling against the Scourge?
This is the moment of your death, isn't it?
Oh, Uther's death.
He came for the urn. The one that held the ashes of the father he slew.
And you defended, as you promised you would. Right, so we're going to be fighting again. We need to rescue citizens and slay the Scourge. Right, don't see any citizens yet.
Why this memory, Uther? Why linger here?
Good question.
In that moment, I failed him. I did not uphold the virtues. Compassion, least of all. My heart had never been so cold. I faced him, not as a mentor, or even a friend, but as a bitter foe.
Well, he had done an awful lot of terrible things before you met him there.
But confronting this memory has taught you the value of compassion more than any scripture ever could.
Yes, we learn from our
Take that
mistakes more than probably we
The
do
past
from any
may
other
be
source.
immutable, but the future has yet to be written.
Yes, we can learn and be better in the future. Good point.
I will. Arthas, if only I had tried to save you.
Well, lots of people did try to save him over the years. You weren't the only one. Jaina tried multiple times too. So he had lots of opportunities to change. He didn't choose to take any of them. At the end of the day, the only person you can control is yourself, and he feels he failed personally as well here, so that's one of his main problems. And then in the cinematic he also threw Arthas into the moor, didn't he, instead of letting the Arbiter choose. So he's going to feel bad about that as well. But yeah, we haven't seen Arthas yet. We have been in and out of the moor a lot, so I don't know if they've got a plan for him later on or if he's just going to be ignored. We'll have to wait and see, won't we? Alright, so the citizens seem to be a little bit difficult to find. We've got all the Scourge. I wonder if there's any inside the chapel building here, or the town hall. It's a town hall building, this one, isn't it? Yeah. Let's have a look inside here. There's probably going to be a few people in there, aren't there? Because it's a good place to try to fortify, isn't it, at the end of an invasion. Big building and one entrance, quite defensible. Might be more people in there. Let's take a look. Well, there's at least one. Should be more than one, surely. Oh. Oh, I was expecting there to be a few in there. Oh, we only got one. Right, we need to find a... right. Well, oh, there's one in that building there, look. Ooh, got a little bit of a slow walk there. Ooh, stuck on the step. See, walking through Andahall wants me to go back and play Plaguelands again. Oh, there's the last person we need. Can we get over the spikes? No, can't jump over. How about round? Yeah. So that finishes that quest. Where do we need to go now?
And I'll make sure you die quickly.
Oh, Arthas wants to fight us. Let's take out his minions. Has to be like behind. Oh, there he is. Yes, just behind the fountain. Where we usually fight the liches. Now we're going to fight Arthas here instead. Hello, Arthas. Come here. Change your path, man. Don't do it.
I hope there's a special place in hell waiting for you, Arthas.
Oh, he was a bit bitter, wasn't he? That does not sound like the compassionate Uther the Lightbringer.
We may never know.
Hey, that's cheating. You said come and face you and then you bring in all your minions to fight for you. He didn't fight fair, look, he cheated. He cheated. And then he used Frostmourne to separate the soul. So is that the Frostmourne, that's where that fragment of justice that we just recovered from Torghast came from then, isn't it?
It is wise to practice the art of flying before
Nope,
joining
there's that
the
flying
ranks of
quest.
the
I should have stopped that flying quest. Are you happy now, Uther? Well, he's not happy, but I think he's gone through all the memories he felt like he needed to. Adrestes breaks from his thoughts, a renewed resolve in his eyes. I believe this experience was the missing piece for Uther, and for me as well. Oh, it's making him think too.
We all serve if these memories pain you so, you can be rid of them in time.
No. They serve as a reminder of lessons learned. Given the choice, I would never let them go.
If given the choice.
Adrestes, we must speak.
Traditionally, the Bastion rids you of all your old memories so you're not haunted by them, but Uther's point is that you actually learn from the hard things, and so it's better to remember them so you've learned from them. Blind loyalty. The path forward for the Kyrian is clear to me now. First, we will speak with Nicolon. That's the forsworn guy that's come back. I urge you to stay and listen. Afterwards, we must return to Elysian Hold. There, I will request an audience with the Archon, and I need you all by my side as I do so. Quest objective, join Polmar Adrestes at Elysian Hold for an audience with the Archon. But first we need to talk to Nicolon, and then we'll head over there.
Proceed with courage.
But our own brethren cast us out and refused to listen.
I see that now, and I truly apologize. Uther has taught me much this day. Bastion must follow a new path.
Nicolon, please accompany us. We must find a way to reunify our people.
Right, so they are trying to reintegrate some of the Forsworn, though not all of them will listen. And Nicolon's point is that the Forsworn split away mostly because the Bastion people weren't listening to their problems and grievances and worries. Which kind of mirrors what happened with Uther. He wasn't listening to what happened with Arthas, and that's where all the problems for them came. Can you please take me to the Elysian Hold, please? Well, we want to see the Archon. Yeah, so everybody's now rethinking their path, and did we really do the right thing? Did we fail people? So Uther feels he failed Arthas, and Adrestes is seeing that Bastion failed the people who became the Forsworn. If they'd have listened more, maybe the split wouldn't have happened. so we need to maybe do things differently. And the traditional way has been to remove your past memories in Bastion, but Uther's point is you learn more and you become better if you do remember them, especially the hard things are the ones that really formulate you into a better person, so maybe it's best not to lose them. Interesting points that they're raising and questions that they're asking people. What is it that makes you you? Is it better to not be able to remember the bad things in life, or do the bad things really shape you into a better person? And which is your viewpoint? So let's go talk to the Archon. And of course with this quest chain we're getting to see all the other Covenant's order halls if we have only played one character in one Covenant throughout the rest of the expansion. You get to see all the others now. Or we're getting dropped right at the location for everybody as well. So we've got Uther and Nicolon and Claire and Pelagos and Adrestes again.
Do you need a task?
I admit feeling a hesitation I have not felt in ages, T. I must push it aside to do what is best for the future of the Kyrian and the Shadowlands. Are you with me? Yeah, well, we all want a better future, don't we? Regardless of who we are and where we are. Yes, I'm ready. Ooh, cutscene, cool.
All 5 paragons are needed for our Covenant sigil to be reforged.
See, we're reforging sigils
Upon
again.
this day, we shall name a new paragon of loyalty.
Ooh, who's it going to be?
My Archon. Loyalty bereft of compassion fractured the very heart of the Kyrian. Perhaps what we need is not loyalty, but devotion to our cause, to each other.
And to the souls we usher into the Shadowlands.
When Devos turned against us, I met her with spear in hand.
See,
There was
parallels
truth
between
in
the story
her
here
words,
and the
but
story
I
for Uther again.
did not listen. Let us learn from Uther's example. Henceforth, all Kyrian shall be offered a choice.
Ooh, that's a big
to
change.
keep their memories, or to let them go.
Very big change.
Adrestes, I anoint you paragon of devotion.
Yes,
And
it is
Claire,
a society, that makes sense.
you shall serve as his hand.
Me? Forgive me, my Archon, but
Your devotion to our sacred charge has never faltered.
She's just newly got her
None
wings and now
are
she's been
more
promoted
deserving
again.
of this honor than you.
Thank you, my Archon. We go in service.
Oh, that's sweet. The ones who brought the idea of the change are the ones who get to lead it. That makes sense, actually.
Questions?
Adrestes bows his head deeply. It is an honour, but we have only just begun. Right, so if we've got lots more to do, I think we'll be doing that in the next episode then. So, hope you've enjoyed today's episode. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one. From SoftKitty99, goodbye
Wisdom guide
and
your path.
happy game!